Alright, quick update on Chainlink. So it must have been a while since I've covered this because we've basically invalidated this past microfib that I've drawn. So we're going to have to get rid of this. We almost filled our target, came all the way down to 1140. In the macro term, if we zoom out and look at how Chainlink's been performing, it's not been one of the best performing altcoins this bull market. Now, Chainlink was a massive market outlier and it did basically amazing. It had a massive bull run when basically Bitcoin was, still in a bear market or still not performing that well. You can see Bitcoin really entered its bull market on the 20th of September. Chainlink, let's find out where this was on the 20th of September. You can see, we can basically see that it already had this run up from $1 all the way up to this all-time high at $19. So it basically did a 19x, and since then it's done maybe another 2x or so since then. But like I said, this bull market has not been one of the best performing coins. In fact, it's probably been one of the worst performing coins, and it actually put in a new low since this low that we put down here. If we come over to the Bitcoin chart, and it's similar with a lot of altcoins, you can see that we put in this low and then we had a higher low, and it's the same for pretty much everything. It's the same for all the altcoins that I cover, including Ethereum. We had this low down here and then we put in higher lows, but Chainlink unfortunately came all the way down here, broke below this low, and in the macro term, it's kind of bullish because, don't get me wrong, we had this big bull market and we are still above the 786 of this bull market, but do bear in mind, in my opinion, Chainlink still has quite a ways to go before it has proved itself. Before, in my opinion, I think that for me personally, I would want to trade Chainlink. So for me, this region changes once we break below or above, the 618 Fibonacci retracement at the $21.18. I do think this is going to be a massive level of resistance for Chainlink for a few reasons. If we take a couple of days, like maybe a week or so, to come into this, you can see that this 200-day moving average and the 618 Fibonacci retracement would kind of converge on each other, and this would be a very big level of resistance. So let me actually keep that on the chart. So what I personally think is that Chainlink is somewhat bullish. In the macro term, it's obviously undisputably done an incredible bull run in the bear market, but from what I can see, this hasn't been the best performer in the recent bull market that we've been in. So if this is the bottom, let's see where we would need to hold, potentially if we do have a back test, where we'd really need to hold for us to consider that Chainlink is bullish, and that is the 618 region all the way down here at the 1429. Now technically you can call it the 786 down here at 1352, but for me personally, I mean, Chainlink, if this is the bottoming region, it really should be starting to get gearing up. So I'd personally keep my eyes on the 1429. I personally don't think that we are going to come down and back test it, simply because Chainlink has been beaten down for so long now, since this big all-time high all the way up here in 2021 of May. So it's coming on for a whole year now that it's been in like this mini bear market, accumulation phase, whatever you want to call it. Considering we did put in new lows, I would probably definitely call this a miniature bear market instead of an accumulation phase. But nonetheless, like I said, if we are going to consider that this is the bottom region, then in my opinion, this 618 at 1429 needs to hold. And that's basically it in the short term. The macro term, this is the #1 important level. So once we do break over this region here, specifically at the $21, #1, we would be above the 200-day moving average. This is if it takes until April, which is another couple of weeks. I think that's a fair game to say, because this is still quite a ways away. That is another 24-25% pump away from the 200-day moving average, away from this 618 Fibonacci retracement. And do bear in mind, if we do look at this this big downtrend, even if I draw it to the somewhat conservative target down here, you can see that we're still very much below it. From here we're below it, or we're just running into it now, I think. But like I said, I really wouldn't put too much validity on that because it chops through a lot of data points. I think probably something like this is the best line of fit now. If we zoom in, you can see, yeah, this was definitely, we didn't have a daily close above here, so these were just wicks that spiked above it, and then you can see we've got our closes round about here where we were rejected. So I'm going to move this line down. So for me personally, to get bullish, we do need to hop over these 3 lines in the sand right here. The first one coming in at 1931 if we come over here in a week or two, and the other 2 data points being this 200-day and the 618. So until we do break above $21, I am sitting on the sidelines for Chainlink. I'm more than happy to miss out on the rally from, you know, $17 to $21. I really don't think that's too much to miss out on. Like I said, it's a 23% move that I'd be missing out on. But if I did enter once we did have a solid break above the 618, I'd be a lot more confident in the market structure, and I think that we could have a tear up 150% gain. Obviously this is not a target that's going to happen in the next week or the next month. I'm not saying that we're going to come up, break above it, and then boom, we're just going to come up here. What I mean is, once we do break the $21, we can start talking about, okay, let's step up to the 0.5 right here at the $27. After we do that, we can start talking about the 618 up here at $37. And then once we break the $37, we can talk about the retest of the $52. So all in all, there's a lot of good trades that could potentially be coming up for Chainlink. Now, just because I'm saying it's somewhat not so bullish in the short term doesn't mean that I don't think it will break the $21. I do think it will break the $21, but I am a conservative trader. I'm trading a lot of altcoins at the moment that do look like they have more potential than Chainlink, so I am kind of just being conservative. I'm sitting on the sidelines until we do have a solid break above $21. If we do have that, we can come over to the weekly and look at the RSI and the MFI, but on the daily, these do look pretty overextended to me. They can still go on an absolute tear, like I said. I think the best case and most healthy scenario is we have a big break above the $21, a very decisive break, potentially bringing us up to the 618 of this micro fib right here at $23, basically $23, and then come down, take a couple of days off, and back test the $21. This would give the RSI, it wouldn't be that steep, but it would give the RSI and the MFI both a decent amount of time to reaccumulate to the market after we have broken macro bullish. So if we do break macro bullish, we can look at the RSI on the weekly as well, and you can see this has been beaten down for a while. So the RSI is right now at 45, the money flow indicator is at 56, so we do have a lot of room to move to the upside. So like I said, I have no doubts that Chainlink, well, I do have some doubts. I have some doubts that Chainlink is going to break the $21, but I am probably about 80-85% certain that Chainlink is going to get ready for this massive break. I mean, if we look at the monthly, you can see that we have a very decent start to a green volume candle. Now, I would like to see continuation, obviously, like I said, or you know, I haven't said this before, but coming into Friday, we are going to have a new monthly candle. I think Chainlink is going to have a lot of room to move to the upside once we do have this new monthly candle coming in, because if Bitcoin continues to move up, if the total crypto market cap continues to run up, then, you know, I do think Chainlink will be one of those cryptos that will follow. And if it doesn't, then maybe it's just a crypto that you should invest into in the bear market, because from what I can see, not even joking, Chainlink has had this was a market outlier. I remember getting into crypto in 2019 when Chainlink was, you know, like maybe 10-20 cents, 40-50, I can't remember the exact price. But when I really started getting into crypto, Chainlink was just under $1, and this was in the bear market. This was before crypto started moving, and Chainlink continued to have that rally all the way up to $19, and it's been a little bit tough since then, which, like I said, so once we do break this $21, I think that Chainlink would have a lot of room to move to the upside. And also, why $21 is important is because it will put us above this previous all-time high that we made in August 2020 before going up to the actual all-time high, and that comes in at $20. So like I said, there's a big area of resistance coming in. Let me mark it for you, between $21 and $20. So if we mark it like that, you can see that we do have this big red zone which I do think Chainlink really needs to get above, in my opinion, before I can get macro bullish on it. So that is all I see for Chainlink. Don't get me wrong, it does look like we have bottomed. It does look good. It does look like we are going to break this $20, $21, and then initiate a big bull run. Obviously, these are not price targets that I have my eyes on this week or this month, but like I said, it looks good. I think it is going to continue to break up. We are starting to see the first bit of green volume that we've seen, you know, collectively in quite a while. So yeah, I think Chainlink looks all right, but I am sitting on the sidelines until we do start breaking macro market structure, because I do cover a lot of altcoins on my channel. If you don't watch my channel, I probably make maybe 8 to 10 TA videos a day, and there's a lot of altcoins that I cover that are looking very amazing, and they are breaking macro market structure, or they've already done it already. So that's why I'm being conservative. I'm sitting on the sidelines. Best of luck to you if you are in Chainlink. Like I said, I will be re-entering Chainlink once we do have a solid break of the $21. Until then, I'm just going to be trading other altcoins. So once again, best of luck if you're holding it. None of this is financial advice. It's just my own opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Also, we need to move this down to here now. I just realized that was invalidated at the bottom. So once we do come up to the 618 up here, it's more like a break of the 2246. But nonetheless, that's all I see. Best of luck. Cowboy out. Peace.